Hello, welcome to episode 280 of the Craft House Magic Podcast. My name's Ellie and I'm coming to you from Norwich in Norfolk in the UK, and today's the 3rd of October. So welcome everybody. I hope you've all had a lovely crafty week since the last time I've spoken to you, and I'm here to share all the things that I've been making for the last 2 weeks. So today we have some knitting, some sewing, some confessions. Oh dear. I've got some information on what's occurring, including some meetups and a giveaway. I've then got some information on my shop, including some yarn clubs and some kits that are new in the shop, and then a little appearance from Jensen at the end of the podcast. So let's get on with the knitting, shall we? So I've got some diamonds that Liz has knitted towards the Popstars blanket that we're making together. So the Popstars blanket has got diamonds that make up sort of a hexagon shape, and I have got Liz to knit these in the Popstars mini set, which is from August. So if you don't want to see what the colours were from August, which were inspired by REM, I'll pop a timestamp on the screen so you can skip along. So I'm now going to show you them. So this is the first of the diamonds, inspired by the song Losing My Religion, and it's got like a beige background with some speckles of yellow and orange on there. Shiny happy people in a lovely bright yellow, man in the moon in a pale orange, the one I love which is a pink and an orange together, and we've got night swimming which is like a very pale orange and yellow, and then last of all we've got orange crush. So there we go, we've got the 6 minis from the Popstars mini set from August, inspired by REM, and there's the colours together. Some sort of oranges and yellows mostly. Just to show you, this is what one of the bullocks looks like when they're made up, with some undyed ones in between to make these sort of star shapes, so they're pop stars. This one I've just done in some different mini scraps that I've got left over just to make it as a sample, but they're going to be joined all together to make a massive blanket, which I'm very excited about. So the next thing I've got to show you is a very much of a cheat, because my friend Sheila actually knitted them, and they are some gorgeous little socks for Jensen. How cute are they? These are knitted in some gorgeous West Yorkshire spinners, and I believe it is the Robin colourway, because it's got this sort of ochre and red, blue and brown stripes in there, which absolutely gorgeous. I have already had Jensen wearing these, so there is going to be a clip with Jensen with these on at the end of the video, but aren't they gorgeous? So Sheila tells me she did 48 stitches on these for, so Jensen is now nearly 3, and I did give her the length of his foot, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but she used 48 stitches. They are slightly loose on him, so I should imagine 44 would probably be a slightly better fit, but they still fit fine, and he's got a little bit of room to grow then. They fit perfectly lengthwise, so they are absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, Sheila. That is such a lovely little gift, and Jensen is going to have some socks to keep him cozy, because I haven't knitted him any recently. All the ones I knitted him before he's grown out of, so I need to get my needles at the ready and knit Jensen some socks as well. So thank you so much, Sheila. Right, so that's the second thing that I've got to show you. I finished the thumbs on the mittens that Adam's mum had started. So these are the Alternathumb mittens that I designed. They are going to be out tomorrow. So this is a version that Liz knitted, but I actually knitted the thumbs because I wanted to take some photos of sort of knitting, the actual knitting of the thumbs, so people could see exactly what they were doing rather than just going from just written instructions. So there's photograph instructions for the thumb as well. So I finished those pair, and I love them in this turquoise blue. This is my Ice Baby colourway, one of my favourites. I've actually taken down a lot of my colourways at the moment, because I'm currently in a mass of craziness doing all the advent dyeing and sorting out all those skeins from there. So once I've sorted out the advents at the end of October, I will have some more colourways back in the shop. But this pattern will be out this Friday, which will be the 4th of October, so you can purchase it both from my website and on Ravelry. I'd like to ask you guys, if you could pop over to Ravelry, even if you're not if you're not going to buy the pattern, just have a look at it, because I believe that even just looking at a pattern can help it get seen by other people. If you could do that for me, that would be absolutely brilliant. So these are the version that Adam's mum knitted, apart from I knitted the thumbs. These are a finger in weight mitten, and there are several sizes, but you change your needle size to get the different sizes of mitten. It's got a cute cable design on the front of the mitten. The inside of the mitten is plain. You've got some ribbed around the hand and the cuff as well. And I've designed this thumb so that it fits around your thumb quite well. If I put one on, you should be able to see it a little bit better rather than just on the blockers, like so. I have actually, during the test knitting, I've modified it so the cable isn't quite as close to the thumb, so it doesn't go round the hand that way so much anymore. So I have modified it to fit even better. Now you can see those cables a lot better on this plain yarn rather than the ones that I'd shown you previously, which were these ones. I'll just quickly pop them on. So this is the original yarn that I knitted them in. So there we are, that is the pattern in a more patterned yarn, so you can't see the cables as well, but you can really see them in the plain yarn. Anyway, this pattern will be out tomorrow on Ravelry and my website, and I'll leave links to the pattern in the description bar down below. So now I have a sneaky peek at a sock pattern that I've been working on. This is going to be for the Christmas Woodland Wonders set, which was the project bag, sock set and the sock pattern that go together. Now this sock pattern is going to go with it, so if you want it as a secret, if you want to keep it a secret, just hang on to look at the yarn that I've knitted up. I won't show you the pattern until after I've sort of given you a warning, and then I will tell you to skip along to the next section so you don't get any spoilers. So I'm now going to show you just the yarn so you can see what I've been working with, because it's some giddy yarns that I've picked up. So this is just showing the bottom part of the foot, but isn't that beautiful? So this yarn is a Giddy Yarns skein that I got from one of her colour of the months last year, I think, and I'm afraid I don't know what it was called. Helen, if you are watching, can you tell me which of the yarns this is so that I can tell people? It was definitely a colour of the month, and I believe it was maybe a fox in the snow or something. I can't remember what you'd called it, or it might have just been like November colour of the month, maybe last year or the year before, maybe, I'm not sure. But Helen, if you're watching, can you tell me which one it is? Obviously you won't be able to get hold of it anymore. So that is the colour that I've knitted the sample in, but I'm going to take it off the screen now and I'm going to reveal what the actual sock is going to look like. So this is the pattern that's going to go in the Christmas box. So if you want it as a surprise, skip on to the next section. I've obviously not knitted it in the yarn that's going to be in that box, but it will give you spoilers as to what the pattern's going to look like. So I'm now going to show it, so if you don't want to see, skip along to the next section. So here we are. So this time I thought I'd have a bit of fun playing with a bit of striping on the sock, which is actually a little bit more difficult to see because the contrast that came with this sock set, there's actually that colour quite a lot in the rest of the yarn, so you can't see the stripes as well as you would if you had a definite two tonal colours, if that makes sense. But we got some stripes up here in the cuff, here just before the heel flap and gusset, and then in the toe as well. And then I've included some really simple, very addictive lace here. So this is my little tree or forest design. These are going to be called Woodland Wonders socks, and you can see the little trees there with the trunk, and that's repeated all the way. So there's a row of trees here, a row of trees here, and a row of trees here. Now I've not used the best yarn to show up the pattern because I was just sort of playing around, but it was still fun knitting them. You can see the tree there and the trunk of the tree, but obviously if I hadn't used a speckly yarn you'd be able to see the pattern a little bit better. If I perhaps put it at the angle, that's better. You can see those stitches. So there's your tree shape and then your trunk there, and then that pattern's repeated all along for 3 rows. And I'm really pleased about how that pattern's come out. So there's only really proper pattern that you have to concentrate in just on this section. The striping is very easy. It tells you exactly where to change your colours. This is a very addictive sort of simple knit lace. So there we go, that is my sneaky peek at the pattern. So I've managed to get the pattern written up, and that will be going out to test knitters tomorrow, so that I can get that test knitted before Christmas. I have started on the second sock, and I have started just on the heel flap and gusset. You can see that before it's blocked, the trees don't show up as much, but when you've got the trees blocked out, you can really see it. So I've got that on the needles, and the pattern is going to go out to test knitters tomorrow. If you want to be added to my test knitters list, drop me an email and I can add you on, so that I can email out anytime I need some test knitters and you can accept or not accept. So there we go, that is my knitting that I've been working on. I am a little bit gutted that I've not had chance to finish my cardigan I was working on the last episode, but I've just had so many Advent things to sort out. That's going to go out sort of towards the end of October, so once we've got that over with, I'll have a lot more time to work on my own projects, but there's been a lot of late evenings working. But I am very excited because today is the day where the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along starts, and I have my yarn caked up. So I have caked up my yarn ready for this Mystery Knit Along, Stephen West Mystery Knit Along, and this time it's called GoGo Dynamo. I have already taken a sneak peek at the first clue. Oh. I haven't actually started yet because it came out this morning. Hopefully get a chance to cast on tonight, or if not this weekend, because like I said, I've been busy with Advent things. But I'm using the set that I dyed up, and it's named after the song Carry On My Wayward Son, and it's the song that's actually the theme to the Supernatural series. So I thought it would be good to have October Knit Along to be slightly Halloween themed, in that it's related to the series Supernatural. So I know that Helen from Giddy Yarns is doing a knit along that's Halloween related, so this would fit right in. So there we go. I haven't cast on yet, but I will be doing so shortly. But I just thought I'd show you that I've got my yarn ready. There's 2 of each of those skeins, and I've caked them all up ready to go. So excited to get on with that. What colours are you doing? So the next section is my sewing section. So last week I did a little video tutorial on how to make this 7-pocket project bag, and it's mainly for sort of sewers, but anybody that has lots of little bits and bobs to put in there, you can use it for knitting as well. But I wouldn't say it's big enough for a project. You could use it for sort of knitting accessories. This is the one that's actually got stuff in it, the one that I've been using. I made this quite a few years ago, and this is the one I made on the video. So there's 7 pockets in there. We've got 1 at the back, 2, 3, 4, 5, tiny little one 6, and then 7 at the front. So there's 7 pockets on it, and I'll show you how to do it on the video I uploaded last week. It's a completely free tutorial, but I do have some kits on the website if you want to sort of have all the stuff ready to go, ready to make it. So there we go. That's if you want to have a go with this one. Somebody on the comments said, could I do a tutorial on this pin cushion? So I'm hoping to get a little mini tutorial on how to make this pin cushion on next week's video. It's a really simple one, but really cute. With the fabrics, different contrast fabrics, and actually you could use this block to make a sort of quilt as you go little quilt made out of little panels. So I shall show you how to do that on next week's video. But of course, because we've got a batch of Nanny's dresses that I wanted to show you, I'm going to show you one of those today. I've actually popped Barbara in the hallway because I thought I could see the full length of it better, so I could stand back a bit and hopefully you'll be able to see her a little bit better in the hallway. So over to you, Barbara. So Barbara is wearing this gorgeous dress. We've got another A-line which is just to the knee, I think, but it's in this very 70s paisley fabric this time. We've got a front centre seam here all the way up the front, and it goes to a little V peak, which is cute. Barbara has got quite wide shoulders, so the actual dress should fit so that this seam here comes to the edge of the shoulders, but you can see that it's a bit broad, but you get the idea of what it might look like on a model. Let's turn you around, Barbara. You can see that there's a zip all the way down the back, and then we've got long full length sleeves, and it is in like a polyester fabric. Some people say that some of the dresses that I've shown you previously are in crimpline, because I'm not that experienced on sort of telling what crimpline is. I'm not sure if this is crimpline as well. It's a sort of woven fabric that's in polyester, so I assume it might be the same sort of fabric. The one I showed last time on the video 2 weeks ago, I think might have had a bit of cotton in it because it had a sort of slight cotton feel to it, but this one is definitely all polyester, and this must be quite hot to wear, I should imagine. But there we are, that is this week's dress. Thank you very much, Barbara. Thanks, Barbara. I haven't had a chance to look up the patterns to see if there's anything like it, but I think that that one looks like something that I've seen before, like a new look pattern I have seen. I will have a look, but if you know of the exact pattern already, do drop a message so that I can make a note. What I am planning on doing is at some point make one video with all of the dresses on, so that actually it might be quite interesting to look at them all in one video and sort of batch them together all in the ones that are the same pattern sort of thing. But it's a lovely, lovely shape, that dress. It's just not my taste in fabric. A bit 1970s. So the next section is confessions. Oh dear. Right. I'm very, very naughty. Well, I'll show you the things I got from the charity shop first, which make me feel a bit less guilty because they were very inexpensive. I found the Sanderson blouse in this Sew Over It pattern. This was obviously one that came free with the magazine, but it was like £1, so I thought actually that'll be really useful. I saw somebody had made this ages ago in a jersey fabric, and I thought that was really nice. So maybe I'll get around to it at some point, but I thought, well, for £1 it's worth having in my stash just in case I need to make it. I do like the silhouette of it. I'm just not sure about tucking it in, so I'll have to have a look and think about it whether I'll actually make it or not. And I picked up this block, what's it called? The Block Collection, 150 inspiring stash busting shapes to knit and crochet. That's Heather Lodinsky, and I thought this would be really nice because I just thought, oh, I like the look of this star for a start, and I like this quilt block on the front. So there is a whole host of different quilt blocks in here. There might be like a page at the front which shows, oh, here we go, there's like a contents page which shows you loads of different blocks that you can put together. And actually what I thought that was really good, in the back somewhere there was a place where, look, you can actually put together various shapes to make a sort of La Passacaglia style blanket. La Passacaglia is where it's like English paper piecing made with multiple different shapes. But look at that crochet and knitted version. How cool is that? So this could be a stash buster. I actually noticed a Cozy Memories blanket sort of square, but with stripes on it, which I thought was really interesting. So lots of ideas in this book. I will pop a link in the description bar down below if I can find it on Amazon or somewhere, but I did get it from a shop in Sheringham which sells books on the high street, and they always have good bargains, and I'm sure this was something like £6 or something. It wasn't very expensive. I thought, I might as well treat myself. Even though I've got a million books, but you know. But there, that's my first purchase. For those are my sort of relatively well behaved purchases. And then I bought this. Oh dear. It's not for me though, it's for Jensen. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. So there's a whole frame here. It's basically a punch needle kit. Right. Now, I know full well that I've got actual punch needles and the round frames from several kits that I've got, some of which were from Modern Crafter already, but I just saw this on the email that she sent out recently, and I just thought, I need that for Jensen. Jensen would be missing out if I didn't make this for him. So let's see if I can focus on this without showing you too many of the instructions. So here it is. It's a cushion in the shape of a fox head. Jensen's bedroom is like, there's the fabric on his bed has got foxes and squirrels and all sorts of animals on it, and even slugs and snails on the inside. Sounds a bit weird, but it's nice. But the fox I thought would go really well with this bedroom, so I thought, oh, just purchase this for myself to have a little go on that. So this is the full kit. It's got like a wooden frame. You can see sort of the pieces there. Wooden frame to do it on. And there is all the wools. I've got some white, dark brown, and like a foxy colour. And then there's a little bit for his cheeks, which is in here, which must be in like a pinky colour. And then there's the instructions of how to do it. And then you've got the fabric, which is there, fabric. And obviously you've got the needle punch, which has gone right to the bottom. I did see it before, so it's definitely in there. So I've got another needle punch. I've already got one of these. In fact, I've got two of these exact same things, because I bought kits before. I didn't see the actual kit without the needle punch, so I thought I'll buy it. Actually, I might give the needle punch tool away as a little prize when I'm actually doing this needle punch. When I show it on the video again, I'll do a giveaway for the needle punch, and maybe any leftover yarn actually, to get people started, to get them into needle punch, because it's addictive. And I say, oh, that would be a good stash buster, but no, I've bought myself a new kit. But they always come in these really nice bags, so I'm very excited to get started on that. And I don't know, I did think, oh, I can do it in Vlogmas, because that would be a nice little thing, because punch needle's quite quick. Might do that in Vlogmas. Might actually get round to it before, you never know. Although at the moment with all the Advent stuff, it's a bit crazy, so probably not until Advent, to be quite honest. So that is my confessions. So you all know about the naughty things that I've purchased. So onto the what's occurring section. If you didn't see, on a couple of weeks ago, I announced that I was doing a little pop-up shop at an afternoon tea that Shannon from Blue Fern Yarns has organised. It's on the 2nd of November. I will leave links to her website where she actually is selling the tickets for the afternoon tea. It's at a lovely place in Coltershall, which I can't think of the name of the venue now, but I will pop the details in the description bar down below, and you can follow the link to the Blue Fern Yarns website, so you can see the full sort of listing of the tickets on there. But I think that Shannon's got some tickets left. Last time I spoke to you, she had a couple left. So if you do want one, pop over to Shannon's website. So we've got 2 Barbara's Day outs organised, one for the 26th of October, and that's going to be at Venetia's yarn shop. I may bring some things to that Barbara's Day out as a little pop-up as well. Seems as I'm already organising the pop-up shop for the afternoon tea, I might have a load of stuff to show there, so we shall see. I did speak to Venetia, and she did say that I could bring some things, but I need to chat to her about it a little bit more. But I may well be bringing stuff as well. The other Barbara's Day out, the crafty meetup, is at Dunston Hall on the 17th of November, 2 till 4 as well. So I just wanted to keep those 2 venues open. One might be a bit far for somebody to come, so one at Dunston Hall, one at Venetia's. So that is all the meetups and things. But I do have a giveaway from a few episodes ago where I had the 8-year podiversary giveaway. I did actually announce the winner, and I have replied to the message from this person, but she hasn't replied to me or told me her full postal address by email. So if your name is Carol Collinson 8245 on YouTube, and you wrote that you were making some scrappy socks and a Gryffindor dog coat, and your name's Carol Collinson 8245, please make sure you email me on ellie@crafthousemagik.co.uk with your full name and address, so I can get your prize sent out to you. And that's the 8-year podiversary giveaway that was a couple of podcasts ago. If you don't claim it by the next episode, which will be in 2 weeks from now, so the 17th of October I'll be doing the next podcast episode. If you haven't claimed it by then, I will be drawing a prize again, and I'll ask people to comment on the video again. So we're now on to shop update section. So I just wanted to announce that the October yarn clubs and colour of the months are now in the shop. They'll be available until the 20th of October and they'll be shipped on the 25th of October. So the colour of the month for this month is People Are Strange, and it is inspired by the song People Are Strange by Echo and the Bunnymen. It's a bit of a strange title really, but I do love that song. It's got that sort of quirky, it's got a quirky feel to it, and it's from that film The Lost Boys, which I absolutely love. So the tones in this yarn are autumnal. There's some browns, some yellows and reds in there, which have got a really autumnal feel. So the music from the movies, Fantasy Edition, and this month is going to be Hocus Pocus. So Hocus Pocus is my absolute favourite Halloween sort of film, and I just love the colours of the outfits that the witches wear, the Sanderson sisters. So you've got the orange, purples, green and sort of pinks together. So I will pop a picture up of the sort of inspiration colours that I've taken from the movie poster, and it's basically from their sort of outfits that they wear in the film. Absolutely love it, and I also really liked the second one as well. Not quite as good as the first one, but still really enjoyable and definitely worth a watch. So that is the sock sets. So they're available, as well as the colour of the month, are available in single skeins, sock sets and shawl sets as well, if you want those in a range of bases. Now we've got the Popstars mini set for the October, and that's inspired by Tina Turner, and we've got a range of sort of natural colours, sort of browns and beiges that are inspired by songs from Tina Turner. So those are the colours in the poster that are inspiring the mini set, so you get an idea of what colours they're going to be. So in addition to the yarn clubs this month, I've got the kits to make the 7-pocket bag, which I mentioned earlier. So you get a fat quarter of the outside fabric, a fat quarter of the lining fabric, and a square of the wadding to use to make the bag. You get the elastic to go around here and the 2 buttons as well, and you have the option to order the coordinating threads to go with it. So those kits are available on the website. I've got them in a range of different colours, but if you want some in some different fabrics, you can ask for some different fabrics if they're not the ones you want on the actual kit that I've got listed. Just drop me a message. So now, last of all, it's over to you, Jensen. So Jensen, what are you up to? Are you using a fire engine to make a telephone conversation? Jensen, I think you're a bit close to the camera.
Come over here. Come over here. Look, show everyone what you've made, and then we'll have a look at your socks.
Yeah, show everybody the man you've made. What's his name?
Don't know.
You don't know?
Has he got a hat? Where's his hat? And his head? Oh no!
Oh no, you've dropped him. Anyway, can you show us your lovely socks?
Oh, they look nice.
Can you walk towards me in them?
Go towards Mummy.
Look at those.
Close
You
enough.
lucky boy. They're really beautiful, aren't they? Can you do us a twirl? Absolutely gorgeous. Perfect. Thank you very much, Jensen. Can you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I shall see you in the next episode. Bye!